inputs on this big story that we are tracking. We're shifting focus now. A Delhi court has framed various criminal charges against Rashtriya Janata Dal President Lalu Prasad Yadav, his wife Rabri Devi, son Tejasvi Yadav and several others in the alleged IRCTC scam case. Special Judge under the Prevention of Corruption Act, Vishal Gogne of the Rouse Avenue Courts passed the order. The court has framed charges of corruption, criminal conspiracy and cheating against Lalu Yadav. Tejasvi Yadav and Rabri Devi are charged with several offences including conspiracy and cheating. The case will now proceed to trial since all the accused have pleaded not guilty. To remind the viewers, the Central Bureau of Investigation has alleged that former Railway Minister Lalu Yadav and his family accepted prime land as bribe for awarding contracts to a private firm while he headed the railways. As per allegations, during Yadav's tenure as Railway Minister between 2004 to 2009, two IRCTC hotels in Ranchi and Puri were given on lease to a company named Sujata Hotels through a manipulative tender process in return. Land worth crores of rupees were transferred to a company allegedly linked to Lalu's wife Rabri Devi and son Tejasvi Yadav at a fraction of its market value. Joining me live on the broadcast is Sambhav Sharma. He is live from the Rouse Avenue Court. Sambhav, what updates do you have? The charges have now been framed against the entire Yadav family.
Well, absolutely. Here in the IRCTC scam case, so what is the latest update from the Rouse Avenue Court is that court has framed charges against former Railway Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav, former Bihar Chief Minister Rabri Devi and Tejasvi Yadav and under different sections when it comes to criminal conspiracy, section 120B of Indian Penal Code and 420 for forgery are the charges framed. And there are many charges under Prevention of Corruption Act 1988 on all the 14 accused. However, having said that, there is a small catch in this, and that is because Tejasvi Yadav back then, when this alleged scam happened, was not a government employee. Hence, he is not under the purview of Prevention of Corruption Act. So that charge has been dropped against Tejasvi Yadav. Rest criminal conspiracy and this 420 of Indian Penal Code is, charges framed on almost all the accused. 14 accused are there in this particular IRCTC scam case, and as you are rightly pointing out, this is a particular case when Lalu Prasad Yadav was the Railway Minister between 2004 to 2009, and as per the Central Bureau of Investigation, which has already filed the charge sheet in this particular case in 2023, and an FIR dated 2017, which says that Lalu Prasad Yadav, Rabri Devi and others are the accused in this particular case. This case pertains to the allocation of two IRCT hotels in lieu of the land, premium prime land at a prime location. This is, this exactly is what CBI is saying in its charge sheet. Now two charges, 420 and 120B of IPC for the offense of cheating and conspiracy. And one more important thing, when the judge asked, because in India it's principle of natural justice which is followed, so judge asked the accused that are you pleading guilty or not guilty. So Lalu Prasad Yadav, Rabri Devi, they said that we plead not guilty, which simply means that the next step is trial. Now they'll have to face the trial. What is the latest? This is what is the latest update from Rouse Avenue Court. Everybody was present inside the courtroom when the framing of order on the framing of charges was coming out from the court of Special CBI Judge Vishal Gogne in this matter.
Right. Thank you so much, Sambhav Sharma over there, providing us the latest updates from the court premises. Joining me on the broadcast is R.K. Singh. He is the advocate from the Supreme Court. Mr. Singh, thank you for joining us. Appreciate your time. This is a very crucial, verdict that's coming out just ahead of the Bihar Assembly elections. I would like you to help our viewers understand how this will proceed now that the charges have been filed against the 3 members of the Yadav family and others, and the case will go to trial as they have said that they are pleading not guilty. How do you think this will pan out?
Thank you very much for inviting me. Yadav's family's romance with corruption continues. Since I am from Bihar, I understand the political ramifications it will have on the election processes, which is about to be unfolded in a month or so. But having said that, this is a very unique umbilical cord between corruption and Yadav family. And this is the country should not be surprised that the extended clan of Yadav family is involved in a massive game of corruption, and the court has they have not convicted him yet in this case. The court has framed the charges. From here, almost the case is coming to an end. From here, the prosecution will present its evidences. Thereafter, cross-examination will happen, then trial will continue, and 3-4 stages is left before the final verdict comes. But yes, the case is now taking a very natural course. There is nothing to be worried about, and I'm sure the evidences which the courts must have, or the prosecuting agencies must have, rightfully the charges which has been framed against them is bona fide. As of now, there is nothing to suggest that these charges are framed out of or beyond the scope of evidence. Yes, please.
Absolutely, Mr. Singh, but I would also like to understand, you've mentioned that this will have political ramifications in the upcoming Bihar Assembly elections. They have been maintaining that this is a very politically motivated, case that has been framed against them. And as rightly pointed out by my colleague, they have stated in court that they are pleading not guilty, and as there is no substantive evidence against them. So how do you see that?
In my long career as a lawyer spanning more than 2 decades, I am yet to find a person or corrupt person who says that I am not corrupt. Or in my entire career as a lawyer, I am yet to find a client who comes to me and says that, sir, I am guilty. Please kindly take that much amount as a fees and go and kindly tell the judge to hang me. So every corrupt always takes this defense that it is politically motivated, I am innocent, I have been framed wrongly. But the law has a sixth sense. The prosecuting agencies, they work not out of air, because they know fully well that the accused too have a right to defend themselves. So when the prosecuting agencies work, they work impartially without, I cannot say with all the surety that in all the cases, they are not borne out by some pressure, but in many of the cases and most of the cases, they work neutrally. That is absolutely beyond doubt. Not having said that, the second part of your question is corruption. So Bihar is fatigued by the allegations and morbid corruption this clan is involved into. I am absolutely fatigued and hopeless. Biharis like us who has been living outside the state since last 3 decades, whenever we look back and see our state, with a sense of regret, I have to say that this clan is primarily responsible for most of the bizarre things which has happened in Bihar and institutionalized it.
Absolutely, Mr. Singh. Absolutely. Thank you so much for providing us with your valuable inputs. Joining me on the phone line on this same subject is R.P. Singh. He is a BJP spokesperson. Mr. Singh, how do you see this? The court has finally filed charges against the entire Yadav family, charges of corruption, criminal conspiracy. How do you see this? Your first thoughts?
Well, legal procedure and courts have done their part, and the investigation agencies have done their part. Now, the future courts will depend on how do the lawyers work on that, the scope of the case. The defending lawyer and the prosecution lawyer both put their point of view across. But the fact is that if there is any doubt that Mr. Lalu Yadav is not corrupt, he is already out on bail in the state. He has term also in another corruption case. So he has a legacy and history of corruption. So can deny that nothing to do with it or I'm not corrupt. But fact is that everyone knows that land was taken against the jobs offered, and there were properties being built in Delhi, and then that's not to a small property. One house in New Friends Colony cost something like 150 to 200 crore rupees. So how did they do that?
RP Singh, do you think this will have a great impact on the upcoming Bihar assembly elections, given that Tejasvi Yadav is also now involved and he has also been, he has been charged with various charges?
Well, let the people of Bihar decide what do they want. I mean, do they want corrupt people to go and do they want to come back, or are they looking for a clean, honest government which has served? So let the people decide. There's still memory of how CM's business was used for nefarious objectives. So to settle the matter between the kidnappers and the person who was kidnapped. So that's how CM officers, senior officers known as. So let people decide on it, whether they want corrupt or they want General Raj back. And then we are hopeful that people like call.
Right. Joining me also on the phone line is Rajiv Ranjan. He is the JDU spokesperson. Mr. Ranjan, we are seeing that finally charges have now been filed against the Yadav family, and there are some serious charges, corruption and including criminal conspiracy and cheating. Your first thoughts? All right, I think we've lost that connection with Mr. Rajiv Ranjan. However, we will keep track